Google just announced that they want to scan your face, your whole face, all of it, to protect your account. And I'm here to tell you that that is a very, very bad idea. You can always reset a password, but you can't reset your face. And we shouldn't be giving companies full control over our biometrics. And also, I'm going to explain to you why it's actually not even a guaranteed solution, because it didn't work for me. Essentially, Google just rolled out a new feature that allows you to recover a lost or stolen account or simply sign in to Google using your face. Now they're going to scan your face by simply you looking into the camera, turning your head to the right, turning your head to the left, and letting them build that profile. Now they're calling it a convenience, but I'm calling it a massive privacy and security risk. Because we all know that passwords get compromised. But fixing a stolen password or a leaked password takes 30 seconds. It's not a big deal. But you can't replace your face. Once your face is out there, once your face is in a database, there's no getting it back. This is Google's new push to store selfie verification videos on their cloud servers. Now they're telling you that this is a security upgrade, but this is actually a surrender of your complete biometric identity. Oh my gosh, it just feels like we're losing control of who we are. Like we've lost control of our privacy and our security. If you haven't watched the last couple of videos, I highly recommend that you do. They're on flock safety. They are putting cameras on every street corner in every neighborhood. They're recording us and tracking us everywhere we go. And the last thing that we need is now our identities put out in a remote cloud database. A database that can be compromised or a database that can be contractually manipulated. Let's not let that happen. Cloud-based biometric identification isn't even a guarantee that it's going to work when you need it to. All it does guarantee is that someone else has your identity. And I know this because it actually happened to me. Content thieves are just something that you deal with as a content creator. These are people who go and take your most popular videos and they chop them up and they upload them to different social media websites so they can make money from it. Look at this, 50,000 followers and 1.4 million likes just by stealing my content. And they even stole my profile picture. What happened is over the last few months, I was getting text messages from family and friends that were telling me that they saw my videos on TikTok. And I'd reply back and I'm like, well, that's funny because I didn't post it to TikTok. And eventually I got to the point where I was annoyed enough to where I thought, let's go to TikTok and let's just get this resolved. So I went there and I tried to log in, but I couldn't. I didn't have my password, or at least I thought I didn't have my password, but it turns out it was a little bit more nefarious than that. So TikTok replied back and they said, hey, in order to gain access to your account, we're going to need a video. I believe it was a video of your face. And they wanted me to look at the camera, turn my head to the right, turn my head to the left, and get a good image of my face. And they were saying that that would authenticate me as the actual owner of my account and the content that I'd reported as stolen. Well, what happened? They ghosted me for about 3 or 4 weeks after that. There was nothing. I didn't hear back from them. I went back to TikTok after that, tried to log in, and my account is now permanently suspended. So the content thief used whatever mechanisms that TikTok has better than me as the actual content creator, and he has taken full control of my content on TikTok, and my account on TikTok is permanently banned, permanently suspended, and I have no more control. In fact, why don't you all do me a huge favor and just mass report this Just Dawn Vlogs account and link to my YouTube account. Let TikTok know that, @LoyalMoses is the real content creator. Even if you give these companies your full biometric face video, that selfie video, it's no guarantee that it's going to work. Why me, as an information security professional of 20 plus years, would I give TikTok a video of my face like that? Well, I'm a content creator. This face, every angle, it's all over the internet. It's not a concern for me. But for viewers, for you at home, I would think twice about giving that to any company. Now, you might think that this is the correct way to do it, that we send our biometric fingerprints up to the cloud. But if you think that, you're wrong, because we've actually been doing it the correct way for more than a decade. Back in 2013, with the release of the iPhone SE, Apple started storing your fingerprint originally, and now your face, in what they call their secure enclave. And essentially, it is a mathematical calculation of your fingerprints and your face that is stored locally on a specific chip inside that phone. A chip, in fact, that the operating system really doesn't even have access to. Now, Android followed suit in some of their flagship models with something similar. What it means is that your identity stays on your phone or your laptop, it stays in your pocket, it stays with you, and it's not on some remote cloud server where it can be compromised. Now, what Google is actually asking for is the complete opposite of that secure enclave. They're taking a raw video of you, they're processing it, creating a biometric fingerprint, and they're storing it on remote cloud servers that can be compromised. And I guarantee you, they will be compromised. We've watched corporate databases get leaked over decades. Phone numbers, passwords, social security numbers, addresses, and all of that is relatively simple. When a password leaks, you change it. When a security access key leaks, you revoke it. But what happens when a database of millions of biometric 3D scans of faces get compromised? Well, I will tell you, we are currently right in the middle of an explosion with AI model training on video and voice. You can't change your face. And once who you are is leaked or AI trains on it, there's no getting that back. You are handing a massive tech company a high-definition, multi-angle video of your face as a precaution in case you lose your password. That's the equivalent of writing your password down and putting it under your keyboard, or taking the key to your house and hiding it under your mat. Do you notice how fast everything is changing? AI and data centers, everything is moving at the speed of light. And if a company can't guarantee you access to their services using the systems that are already in place, the last thing that you would want to trust them with is the biometric fingerprint of who you are and your identity. Now, I mentioned data centers and AI moving at the speed of light, and I want you to go with me here for a moment. There's been a lot of talk about flock safety and cameras everywhere, recording and tracking everywhere people go. Think for a moment where this could go. When you have millions of fingerprint biometric scans of people's faces on remote servers, and somehow in the future, databases merge, Flock, Google, some type of contract, and now somebody as nefarious or someone as untrustworthy as Flock Safety gets access to millions of facial scans. That's where it's headed, and we can't let it happen. Keep your keys local, keep your passwords local, and don't let these companies convince you that you have to give up your security for convenience. Thank you, seriously, for coming back and watching video after video. Now, we reorganized the channel on YouTube a little bit. We shrunk down the playlists, made them a little bit more simple for you, and we cleaned things up so you can go to those playlists on your particular topic or interest and binge them, and I highly recommend that you do. YouTube is gonna throw a video right up here. It's customized just for you. It thinks you're gonna enjoy it, so go watch it. It's a pretty good video. I know, because I made it. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.